Angels, they're everywhere. From ancient paintings to blockbuster films, these celestial beings have become a symbol of divine intervention, guidance, and protection. But what if I told you that the angels we think we know, the ones we see in art and hear about in popular culture, don't exist in the Bible? What if these images and ideas we've come to accept are actually misconceptions, far removed from the original texts? Today, we're going to unravel the truth behind these celestial beings, diving into the Bible itself to see what it really says or doesn't say about angels. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew. The word angel comes from the Greek word angelos, which means messenger. The Hebrew Bible uses the word malak, which also translates to messenger. However, these terms don't describe a specific type of heavenly being. Instead, they refer to any entity, divine, human, or otherwise, that carries out the will of God. Over time, translations of the Bible into various languages, especially Latin and English, began to use the word angel more frequently, shaping our modern understanding of these beings. But originally, the term was much broader, encompassing more than just the winged figures we imagine today. Throughout the Bible, there are numerous references to messengers sent by God. But these messengers aren't always what we think of as angels. For example, in the story of Balaam's donkey in Numbers 22, Amalek of the Lord blocks Balaam's path. This messenger appears as a warrior, wielding a sword, but is never explicitly described as an angel. In this context, the messenger is not a gentle, guiding figure, but a fierce, authoritative presence, a clear demonstration that messengers of God in the Bible come in many forms and are not always what we expect. One of the most intriguing stories is found in Genesis 18, where three men visit Abraham. These figures announce the birth of Isaac and the impending judgment on Sodom and Gomorrah. But who are they? The text calls them men. Yet they speak with authority and knowledge that suggests a divine origin. As the story progresses, it becomes clear that these men are messengers of God. But the Bible never calls them angels. This ambiguity leaves room for interpretation. Are these divine beings, or perhaps manifestations of God himself? This story challenges our understanding of angels and suggests that the beings we call angels might actually be something far more complex. When we think of heavenly beings, our minds often turn to the seraphim. Described in Isaiah 6, these fiery beings are not messengers but servants in the throne room of God. They have 6 wings, 2 to cover their faces, 2 to cover their feet, and 2 to fly. They call out to each other, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty, the whole earth is full of his glory." The seraphim are awe-inspiring, almost alien in their appearance. They are not the comforting angels we imagine, but powerful beings who exist in the immediate presence of God, too holy even to show their faces. The term seraphim comes from a root word meaning to burn, emphasizing their fiery nature. These beings challenge our modern conceptions of angels, revealing that the heavenly host is far more diverse and mysterious than we might think. The cherubim are another class of beings often confused with angels. But these beings are far more formidable. In Genesis 3:24, after Adam and Eve are expelled from the Garden of Eden, God places cherubim to guard the way to the tree of life. They are depicted as fierce guardians, often with multiple faces, those of a lion, an ox, an eagle, and a man. The cherubim also appear atop the Ark of the Covenant, their wings outstretched to cover the mercy seat, symbolizing the presence of God. These beings are not messengers but protectors of the sacred, beings of immense power and authority. These descriptions reveal that the heavenly host is a complex hierarchy of beings, each with a specific role and purpose, far beyond the simple notion of angels as we know them. Perhaps the most mysterious figure in the Bible is the angel of the Lord. This being appears multiple times, but what makes him so enigmatic is that he often speaks and acts as if he is God himself. For instance, in Exodus 3, it is the angel of the Lord who appears to Moses in the burning bush. Yet the voice from the bush identifies as God, saying, "I am who I am." This raises a profound question. Is the angel of the Lord merely a messenger? Or is he a manifestation of God in a form that humans can comprehend? Some theologians suggest that these appearances may be pre-incarnate manifestations of Christ, also known as theophanies, visible manifestations of God. This figure blurs the line between angel and God, challenging our understanding and inviting us to explore deeper theological implications. In the New Testament, angels are most prominently featured as messengers of the good news. The angel Gabriel, one of the few named angels in the Bible, visits Mary to announce the birth of Jesus in Luke 1:26-38. Gabriel's appearance is brief and to the point. He is there to deliver a message, not to be worshipped or adored. Similarly, angels appear at key moments in Jesus' life, announcing his birth, ministering to him after his temptation in the wilderness, proclaiming his resurrection to the women at the tomb, and finally, at his ascension. But in each case, their role is clear. They are there to deliver a message from God, not to draw attention to themselves. The New Testament emphasizes that while angels play crucial roles, they are always secondary to the message they bring. They are messengers, not objects of worship, serving to point us towards God, not towards themselves. Over the centuries, angels have become ingrained in popular culture, often depicted as benevolent guardians, guiding spirits, or even avenging warriors. But these depictions are often far removed from the biblical narrative. They reflect our desires, fears, and imaginations more than the original texts. While these representations can be inspiring or comforting, they can also obscure the true nature of these beings as described in the Bible. The angels of pop culture are often simplified, their roles and appearances tailored to human expectations rather than divine reality. In a world where angels have been commercialized and commodified, it's important to return to the source, to the Bible, and rediscover the true nature of these divine messengers. So, what have we learned? The beings we often refer to as angels are far more than just messengers. They are complex, powerful, and often fearsome creatures who serve God's will in ways that transcend human understanding. As we've seen, the Bible offers a rich and varied portrayal of divine beings, some who act as messengers, others who guard the divine, and still others who manifest God's presence in ways that challenge our deepest beliefs. Perhaps it's time to set aside our modern misconceptions and embrace the mystery, recognizing that the Bible's depiction of angels and other heavenly beings invites us to explore the divine in all its complexity and wonder. There are no simple angels in the Bible, only glimpses of the divine, the mysterious, and the awe-inspiring nature of God's creation. Don't leave us hanging! If this video made you rethink everything you know about angels, hit that like button or we might think you didn't care. Share your thoughts in the comments. We're counting on you. And if you don't subscribe, you'll miss out on all the mind-bending content we have coming your way. Don't do that to yourself.